What's up YouTube? It's another episode of subscriber comments today. We're going to try to get through quite a lot of subscriber comments today. My voiceover guy, he's in the house today. John, are you there?
Hello to the people of YouTube. I'm sure you've missed me, but I'm sorry I was gone. I didn't really feel like working.
You're a real piece of work, you know that, John.
I'm one of a kind.
Anyway, my voiceover guy, he selects some of the best comments from you on this channel. So there's 3 criteria that we select comments on, and that's 1, it has to be funny, or it has to be some kind of thought-provoking comment that you go, yeah, that's true. Number 3, it has to be from somebody who generally comments quite a lot on this channel. So let's get started. You might see your comment in the video today, and we'll have a little bit of a chat and have a laugh today. So let's get started. John, you've selected some comments for us. What's the first one? Question from Jim Shaw. Has anyone ever had a battery on the Osmo Pocket go bad or even start to lose its in-use life? Data point number 1. Mine is about 3 years old. I haven't noticed any degrading. It's probably been recharged about 100 times, he guesses. Actually, that's a good point. And Jim Shaw, I haven't personally heard of anyone's Osmo Pocket dying. You've done it about 100 charge cycles. I suppose mine's about the same. I've charged it quite a few times. It still works. I've dropped it off a table. It still works. It's quite a strong little camera. Anyone watching this video, do you know of anybody who's actually had an Osmo Pocket that died? I believe there's 400 charge cycles, but I have a theory that it's only going to die just before the new Osmo Pocket 2 comes out, and I'm sure there's some kind of date programmed in there that it's just going to... Subhendu Data, I think that's right. Hi, I wanted to know whether the Fimi Palm can track objects like a car or a dog or a drone, like the DJI Osmo Pocket can, or at least I can tap on something, not the face or the object or the building. Will it keep that centered? To answer your question, no, you can't do sort of object tracking using the Fimi Palm. You also can't do it using the app, unfortunately. I actually tested this at one stage. I will say though that the Fimi Palm face tracking is probably better than the Osmo Pocket. In fact, it's constantly scanning for faces. So if you're just standing in its area and it's actually recording or even not recording, and you walk past, it picks up your face pretty quickly. Quicker than the Osmo Pocket. However, as you just said, the Osmo Pocket, you can track things using the app and you can track random things. You can track anything with the Osmo Pocket. The tracking's not always that good, but you can track anything. Maybe they'll do that in a firmware update on the Fimi Palm. I don't know. They're a bit slow on the Fimi Palm side. Samsul Malik says, just saw this link. Okay, this was about the video I just did about the apparent Osmo Pocket 2 design that we found, a patent of the Osmo Pocket 2 that I think was the Osmo Pocket 2. But this guy, Samsul, he's saying, it looks similar to the original 2016 design, which should be on the screen now. If you visit this link, you'll actually see that. And it seems like that was actually not the new Osmo Pocket design, bombshell, but it's probably an old Osmo Pocket design. The weird thing to me is that DJI have actually filed that patent in the last 20 days. So I'm not really sure what's going on. Maybe they just want to keep their patents in order. So it seems like that's the old design for the Osmo Pocket before it actually brought out the current design as we know today. It does mean that there probably is an Osmo Pocket 2 coming one day. I think something's going to happen, but it might not be that design. You never know, it could be that design. Maybe they're moving back into that. Friends, comprehensible input. Love the Fox News Brit accent. Yeah, this was our fake news conference that we had. We had a British guy doing some commentary and he did Fox News commentary and yeah, he had a British accent.
I don't see what the big deal is. I'm as American as the next man.
That's about as American as I ever heard anyone.
You're about as American as a cup of tea.
Dave Severn, I think that's right. He's talking about this Blue Yeti microphone, by the way. I had one since they came out. Fantastic value. Makes me sound like a professional, and that's a feat. The fact that you can use headphones with no latency is a huge deal. That's actually true, right? This thing is freaking awesome. You just need to plug your headphones in. You plug it in the bottom. Then you can actually listen to your audio live. You can figure out, you can adjust the gain levels. The Blue Yeti microphone is really good, I must say. And it's got a volume indicator, so you can actually adjust how much of your headphones you actually hear. That'd be good if you were doing a podcast or something. But thanks, Dave. Glad you got the Blue Yeti microphone. It's a really cool mic. This is a really funny comment. This guy, B player, no last name. This comment just cracked me up. Hey, brother, I don't even know why I'm watching your videos. I don't even need any of the stuff you're reviewing. Don't know why. You just looked honest. I click on all your videos. I click like on all your videos in the first second. Now this guy is a legend. We like this guy. We don't even care anymore because he just clicks like on the video and he watches. You know what's weird is he's not even interested in any of this stuff, but he likes the channel. That's a good guy. We like this guy. Send him a case of beer.
Technically we only have 4 beers left.
Send him the 4 beers that we have left. Okay. But I mean, you can show him anything. You can talk about the Osmo Pocket. Nah, I'm not really interested in that. Nah. But thanks, B player. Great comment. Andy Norris, what video editing program do you use, please? DaVinci Resolve 16, and it's free. It takes a little bit of time to get used to it, but it's free. And it's really good, it's really powerful. It's used by a lot of Hollywood movies, so that's always good. They know what they're doing over there. Brett G writes, I was thinking the other day, why the hell is the Osmo Pocket 2 taking so long? All it needs is a few cosmetic changes, such as a 1/4-inch tripod on the bottom, a joystick to control the gimbal, built-in Wi-Fi, a lanyard hole, possibly a removable battery, and maybe 240 FPS for slow motion in 4K. See, that's not that hard, as a lot of cameras are capable of right now, so bloody hurry up. I mean, he's joking around a little bit, and he's serious, sort of, but I mean, it's a fair point in a way. I mean, they have been 3 years since we got the Osmo Pocket, right? You'd think these guys would be doing something by now. I have another theory that DJI are just waiting for America to come through this thing at the moment, and then we're going to see the Osmo Pocket 2. But good point, Brett. Thanks for the comment. Dana Childs, very funny. Who were the turds that gave you thumbs down? This was our dinosaur video, by the way, which we worked really hard on, and we got a lot of thumbs downs, like a couple, 5. There's lots of turds that watch this channel, Dana Childs. They're watching right now. Just kidding. I joke. Mark Arnold, thank you for the great video review. How have you tested the Fimi Palm app to see if you control the zoom? Mark Arnold, you definitely cannot control the zoom using the app. As I said, maybe they're going to bring out some updates to the app and the firmware on the device, but at the moment you can only zoom in using that little joystick. The zoom's not that great. It's not bad. It's pretty cool, but yeah. Next comment. Don Joyce, you are doing well. The nice thing about this kind of income is that if you get enough streams like this, they all add up. Yep, this was about how much small YouTubers make, and we were talking about Amazon affiliates and making money on YouTube, and it's not bad, I must say. The income that you get from YouTube is not great, but I think if your channel grows to maybe 20 or 30,000 subs, you could do pretty well with this stuff. It's interesting. Don Joyce, the real question is, how many streams of income do you have making that comment? He's a lawyer by day, architect at night, and on the weekends he'll fix your carburetor. Good man. Seriously, check out Don Joyce's channel. He does stuff with drones. He's really knowledgeable about drones. And he's Canadian. Canadians are awesome. You're the actor in The Departed, right, Matt Damon?
Yes.
Man, the similarity is way beyond here. 406, unbelievable. Next comment. Hello, Matt Damon. You are very helpful. Thanks a lot. Keep it up, man. Next comment. Matt Damon on YouTube? No. Matt Damon is becoming a YouTuber now? No.
Matt Damon.
Wonderful tutorial. Congratulations. But are you Matt Damon's brother?
Matt Damon's broke brother.
Listen, I don't look like Matt Damon, and we invited Matt Damon on the show. Watch the video. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Damon. Let me just say I'm a big fan. Okay, The Martian, you know, all the Bourne movies, you know, Good Will Hunting. I've been watching you since I was young. Thank you, How To Guy. It's just amazing to see you in the studio. Please, please, I love your show. I watch your channel. I love your show. Matt Damon watches the How To Guy. Okay. Let me tell you, I've been watching the How To Guy. I'm actually subscribed to the channel. Yeah, I love what you guys are doing with DaVinci Resolve and all the editing stuff, the Osmo Pocket. I watch every week. We try. Subscribe to the How To Guy. I know I did. See, that is the real Matt Damon, and he watches the How To Guy. By the way, that's a fake. It's a bad deep fake. That's not Matt Damon. I don't want to get in trouble. I really like Matt Damon. Don't sue me, Matt Damon. He's a cool guy. I love all his movies. So next comment. Don't know why people are saying that. Next comment. Tony Hunter 8. I know this link is for Amazon America, but did you say it's around $100 US? He's talking about this microphone. I did make a mistake. These things aren't about $100 US. I think they're like $150 US. You know, it depends. Sometimes you can get them in special for like 130, 140. But, you know, have a look out there. I still think it's worth the investment. Does a lot of cool things, this Blue Yeti microphone. Next comment. Clayton de Silva. Good night. I'm a subscriber to your channel. I bought a Fimi Palm. It was working, but on the screen update, it doesn't turn on anymore. I think he means it's just gone black. It turns on, the gimbal moves, but the screen is off. Can you give me a tip on how to solve it? Clayton, that's a tricky one, because if you can't turn it on, you can't technically put the Wi-Fi on in the Fimi Palm, which is kind of silly, but you need to enable Wi-Fi on your screen. I don't know if you can actually revert back to some old firmware, maybe just plug it into your computer. I don't know if that's going to work, but if you don't come right with that issue, I suggest you take it back to the store or send it back if you can, because it sounds like you got a dud. Fimi Palm does have the occasional issue. I get comments on the channel with people saying the thing's just broken. I don't think it's quite as good as the Osmo Pocket when it comes to service, obviously, and I just think architecture is not as good. But for the price, it actually does quite a lot of things. So if you want to waste $150 on a cheapish camera and test it out, I think it's worth a go. Next comment. Kevin Cosby, nice job as always. Thanks for the comparisons. I use both the Osmo Pocket and the Fimi Palm. I definitely like the Osmo Pocket picture quality, but I love the wide angle field of view in the Fimi. That's the thing. If Osmo Pocket 2 comes out, I hope and I know I say this often, I hope it's a little bit wider. It's too tight. Man, no one likes a YouTube video that's so tight in your face. It's nice to have a little bit of background. So if they can make it like 16 millimeters, maybe even 14 millimeter lens, something like that would be ideal. But that's just my opinion. A lot of people disagree and they like the Osmo Pocket field of view. Steve WB, I'm thinking of switching to Resolve because I pay monthly for Premiere Pro CC. I literally was looking for tutorials on this. I have the same lights and screen. I attached my screen to the wall and used the stand to hold smaller lights for hair lights, additional small lights to fill in dark spots on the green screen. Great advice on getting away from the screen. Took me a long way to figure out. That's the thing about green screens, right? You've got to move a little bit further forward, otherwise you get some green bleeding on yourself. But Steve WB's got a really cool channel. Check his channel out. Like, people are paying the money every month into Premiere Pro, and there's so many people who are just used to it and they don't want to move over to DaVinci Resolve. But I commend Steve WB for actually trying, and he's going to try to use DaVinci Resolve 16, which is free, by the way. But the free version of DaVinci Resolve 16 is really good. It's free, and just the basic editing for making videos is pretty damn easy. Once you get into the nodes and Fusion, it gets a little bit more complicated, but still alive, nice comparison. I think you neglected to mention that the Osmo Pocket also best benefits from a faster lens in low light than at least the Fimi Palm at f2 opposed to f2.4, along with the bigger sensor size. I can't speak for the other two cameras. This was us doing comparisons on all the 4 different cameras. I'm not sure what the widest aperture is. Great job. I think I'll pick up an Osmo Action before traveling and shooting in around the water, as well as more risky shots as it's live streaming capability. Check out Still Life's channel. He's a cool dude, man. He's got like different stuff with cameras. He does the Fimi Palm, Osmo Pocket stuff too, and he bikes around with e-bikes and stuff. He's an active dude, and what he's saying is true. f2.0 to f2.4. I actually had all the specs of those 4 cameras, and I'd written them all out and on like Notepad or something, and then I lost it, and then when I was doing the video, I couldn't remember what the apertures were. Pretty sure the Osmo Pocket and the Osmo Action have the same aperture, fixed at f2 point something, whatever. But yeah, so good points. Still alive, thanks. John McKelvey, great video. One key point that really helped me a lot was not to realize as a key point, a light touch on the screen works well, much better than a heavy touch. That's true. On the Fimi Palm, you have to touch it really lightly or it will not respond. It's almost like brushing a piece of dust off the screen or whatever. Osmo Pocket, you got to push it really hard. So the first time you use the Fimi Palm from using the Osmo Pocket, this doesn't work, and you don't know why, because you really have to touch it light. Thanks, John. Next comment. Tigers, a question. How do you make the ground and walls in the background not appear in the render? If I disable them from rendering, they won't show me any shadows on them. Okay, this was a video we did on the falling blocks, and this is in Blender. Tigers, you need to click your render properties. Make sure you use cycles as your rendering engine. Then you need to click the object properties, and then you need to go to visibility at the bottom, and then you need to choose shadow catcher, and that'll get rid of it. So when you render as a PNG, you can overlay that on your videos, and that's Blender, and that's what's cool about 3D stuff. I suggest anyone watching this video gets into 3D. It's pretty fun and pretty interesting.
Shaking. One helpful guy.
And those are all the comments we had time for today. We hope we got some good comments in and you enjoyed this video. If you want to watch the other version, this is the 2nd episode of subscriber comments. I'll leave a link in the description. It's kind of similar and there's some funny stuff in there too and interesting questions. So see you again next time.